Hey, this is Pastor Felicia, pastor of Lifeline Venue, and I'm with April MacArthur. How you doing, April?
Good.
Well, me and April were just sitting here talking, and she was telling me about a testimony that she has, or something God has been talking to her about. So we're going to let April talk.
Okay. This weekend, I have been listening to a lot of the old music that I used to listen to, and didn't realize that when I used to listen to that music, it was all like man-hate music, really degrading to men. And I was talking to my kids about it, basically just saying I didn't realize that everything I listened to was man-hate music. And they all realized that it was, and I was like, yeah, Mama, it was. And my oldest son says, yeah, Mama, everything that you used to listen to was man-hate music. You almost made me start hating myself. So that hit me, and it really made me feel really bad. It made me feel like if I did that to you, I wasn't strong enough to...
Oh, it's nothing. Somebody's probably.
Oh.
Yeah, keep talking.
Oh, I forgot what I said. If I did that to my own son, how did it make other people feel when I was around them? And with my son being so strong and so headstrong, he was really able to not really deal with it, I guess. Mm-hmm. He just, but to do that to him, to have him even feel like that, made me feel bad. And not only that, that could really do something to him as being a man, to me.
Yeah.
And my daughter, my girls, just to listen to that type of stuff around them, the way they think about men, the way they look at things when they grow up. What if they did the same thing? That was a little disturbing to me, to actually realize how it was.
You was talking about something earlier about by being saved, you didn't want your kids to kind of like being a bondage thing, always thinking that being saved, everything's wrong to do. I don't think that non-spiritual songs are so wrong, but sometimes people don't have restraints. And you're talking about, having your kids not to, you can't listen to this, can't listen to that. But a lot of times kids don't have restraints, so you still have to monitor what they listen to. And my main thing about music is where is it leading your spirit? Where is it taking you to, especially when you're trying to go closer to God? I mean, to me, I prefer not listening to anything outside of spiritual. But when you're talking to your kids, you have to, kind of give them some kind of, what do you think about that? Give them some kind of guidelines on what music to listen to.
I think that's a good idea. But with my point, I got to the point where I was like, nope, you can't listen to that. Nope, you can't listen to that. Nope, you can't listen to that. And until they got to the point of, they were just like, dang, we can't listen to nothing. We can't do nothing. So that's where I was struggling at, because I didn't know the guidelines, because a lot of the new rappers that they have out now, I don't know who they are.
Yeah. They
know, but I don't. So it was kind of hard for me to dictate what's good and what's bad. So,
kids is going to do what they want to do. Even if we put some guidelines on their music, whatever, I just believe the more they get closer to God, the more they're going to feel their own selves. That's what I do with my kids. Instead of preaching to them all the time, I just, I always play the Paul experience with my kids. What it is God had to speak to Paul versus somebody had to speak to Paul. Because nobody would never witness to Paul or spoke to Paul, because Paul would have killed them. So my main thing is, if they get God real good themselves, then there's some things we don't have to tell them to do. They'll automatically stop. So in that lesson about some reason you picked all women hate men songs. Why would you do? Where were you at that moment? I mean, that time to do that?
Because I was bitter.
Bitter, okay.
Because I was bitter, and I I didn't know who I was. So the men that I dealt with was, I felt like everything was wrong with them, and I was okay, but they were all messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I felt. But now that I know who I am, and I know what I deserve, and I know who I am, then I have no problem with choosing the right man for me now.
Who are you? Who is April?
Man. It's a long list. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
I don't know how to just explain it. I know I'm totally opposite of who I thought I was.
So you're born again Christian,
Yeah.
mind renewed, blood bought.
Mm-hmm.
So your mindset is totally different.
Totally different.
Well, let's talk about this. You all just renewed your vow. What day was that? That was last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with
July
that?
6th.
What did that do to you?
It was different. It made me feel like, I know we renewed our vows for after 15 years, but it actually feels like we just got married. I feel like I'm really, I guess you could say, a newlywed, because I never really felt like this before. I just feel different. I just feel like I just met him and we're new. I just feel like it's all new. I don't feel.
Yeah. What's the difference in now and 15 years ago?
For one, I feel like I heard somebody say that it takes 2 people to get married, but it takes 3 people to actually keep the marriage going, and that is so true. That is so true. For me, I don't have a problem with. I used to have a problem with trust. I used to have a problem with just opening up and just giving him all of me, letting him know different stuff about me. I had a problem with that, but because I felt like he was going to judge me and that he was going to treat me a certain way. But I don't really care about that anymore because I don't see him as an enemy anymore.
Yeah.
And I used to. I used to feel like everybody was my enemy.
Yeah.
Everybody was totally against me, but I don't feel like that anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't have a trust issue anymore because I don't really put all my trust into him. I put all my trust into the God that's in him. So I know that it won't go wrong.
Wow. So you've been going to his needs and her needs we have here. And where should we go to? Pastor Tony's team has what type of ministry they have?
So a couple's prayer.
And when is it? When is the couple's prayer?
Every last Friday, every night.
So you've been going to marriage thing in our church, marriage thing for the couple thing.
Marriage retreats.
Faithful going, marriage retreats. Wow. So how's that been working? Real good. I can see a big difference. So would you say that God has worked a miracle in your life?
Oh yeah.
Like really?
Oh yeah. And anybody that knew us back in the day, they would say the same.
So should we call somebody in that knew y'all from the day?
They would probably tell you.
Wow. I mean, we have seen a big growth in you in you too. But there's just something about what happened when you all renewed your vows. I even see a difference in y'all in church. It seems like y'all move around the church as a team. So you used to do things in church as separate. Now, I don't care where Carlos is or where you are, y'all find each other some kind of way. And whenever y'all pray for people, y'all double team it. That's cool. So I really saw that Sunday, and I thought that was really great.
Yeah.
Well, April, it was good talking to you.
Thank you.
And this won't be the last time we're going to have these little interviews like this.
Okay.
It won't be the last time. Thank you all for watching. This is my daughter, April, and her husband's name is Carlos. And God has really brought them a long ways, and I appreciate her coming on and talking. She comes really to see me almost every single day, just to say, just to talk with her mother. The Lord told her to be in my presence for a while, so I can impart in her, and I'm glad she's doing it. I appreciate the whole family that's coming to our church. Well, that is all. Who are we see on here? Kareen. Hi, Kareen. What you saying? Love you, April.
Love you too.
I think you been calling on our phone, disturbing our phone a few minutes ago. Well, she's supposed to be in here with us, but she didn't make it today. Well, we're going to get off of here. So if you want information about our church, or even information with April and Carlos, you can go to Pastor Ray and Felicia Tennyson Facebook site. And you can put any comments in that you want to. Well, we love you all. We're going to say goodbye. What is she saying? She's saying sorry. I think you did that on purpose. All right, see y'all later. Bye-bye.